What is going on, guys? Spazmattic here, back inside Destiny, and just like my videos the other day with the Thorn and the Kavas stuff coming into Year 3, in this video I want to talk about the new 8 artifacts, the Iron Lord artifacts that are coming back. Not coming back, but coming into Rise of Iron for the new DLC. And these artifacts aren't just the regular artifacts you guys saw in Taken King. These are new and improved artifacts. These things are like the heavy duty artifacts. These things they changed the game drastically, at least in my opinion, from what I've heard about them, because they are pretty big. They're not like them lazy artifacts you see in Taken King where you just get like an arc double kill and you get like increased movement speed or something like that, or you like drop an orb on the ground. These are pretty big. So there's some stuff that Game Informer released the other day of the 8 artifacts, and I'm going to be showing you guys one of the little articles that they had about the artifacts, and this one coming up on the screen here. I'm going to read it out to you guys, and it says, while players can still use and infuse older artifacts, Rise of Iron introduces 8 brand new artifacts that are class agnostic and able to be freely used with any class and subclass. Each of the new artifacts connects to a particular member of the deceased Iron Lords, such as Felwinter, Jolder, or Scory. So each artifact you get for these artifacts are based off the characters of the Iron Lords. So a new character named Tyra Karn is the centerpiece for Guardians looking to acquire the new Iron Lord artifacts. She sends players into the Plaguelands to commit mighty deeds in memory of the Iron Lords, a task that should be pretty straightforward for anyone who engages with the new content. Upon completing that task, you gain an item called the Iron Lord's Legacy, which in turn can be used to acquire one of the 3 artifacts Tyra has to offer in any given week. Over the course of 8 weeks or more of play, you should be able to acquire all 8 new artifacts. So I'm guessing once per week, Tower Karn sells 3 artifacts per week, so you can get up to 6 in 2 weeks, obviously 9 in 3 weeks. So hopefully you guys will get all 8 in around 3 weeks or so. So not too bad there. And to go into more depth of the 8th artifacts, I have some pictures of there's like 2 pages, 4 on each page, and they all are like based off the guns, like the Felwinter, Galleon. They're all based off weapons, and that is the Iron Lords. But to start off with the Felwinter, Memory of Felwinter, which is the first one on this list, I'm going to read it off for you guys. It says, the great enigma of the Iron Lords, Felwinter was an Iron Lord with good intentions, but sometimes questionable and unusual ways of interacting with the light. The Warlock discovered the mountaintop retreat that would become the Iron Lord's home. His artifact offers the most dramatic gameplay modifier. Lose your super, but gain an extra grenade and melee charge, a boost to all your stats and orbs, or recharge your grenade and melee abilities. So, in my opinion, I think this is one of the most overpowered artifacts because you lose your super, but you get double melee and grenade charge. So imagine like a Night Stalker wombo combo. Yeah, you get the deal. It's going to be pretty crazy. So on to Memory of Galleon. The hunter named Galleon may have been a sullen pessimist, but few doubted his assessments of the situation on the ground. No matter how dire, Guardians that wield his artifact gain detailed radar at all times, and radar persists when aiming primary weapons. So this is basically a knucklehead radar for every character. On to Scory. If Radagast echoes the legends of Arthur, then Scory is Merlin. Legendary battle bard and warlock inspired her allies with songs and wisdom. Guardians who follow in her footsteps use her artifact to glow with an inspiring light that speeds up super recharge for all nearby allies. So this is basically electrostatic mine like on the Stormcaller for all your teammates. I'm guessing that, yeah, that's what it is, I think. So on to Memory of Timur. This one's pretty long, but for this one you get to melee. It gives a chance to turn low-power minions of darkness into allies. These enemy creatures fight at your side, turning their weapons on confused fellow aliens. Another melee a few seconds later puts them back into the right mind, or the effect expires after 30 seconds. So this one, I'm guessing Timur, Memory of Timur, is based off of PvE, because you really would not use that for PvP, but would not work. So these ones are pretty good. I like the Scory ones. You don't have any sprint cooldown. That's pretty nice. And the Memory of Galleon is pretty good for PvP, because you're going to have your radar all the time. You're never going to lose that thing. So that's pretty crazy. But all these 4, I would say Felwinter is the best one. So there are 4 more left. There is the Memory of Radagast, Perun, Jolder, and Asilomar, and these I would say are a little better than the ones before. So I'm going to go over these ones as well in just a second here. And to start off with Radagast, I want to go over Radagast first. Described as the first among equals, Radagast the Titan was the King Arthur of the group, and strode into battle with a mighty sword in hand. His artifact adds a new ability for sword-heavy weapons, letting you reflect energy-based projectiles, including everything from an Ogre Blast to a crucible opponent's rockets. So this artifact is basically a lightsaber. That's what people have been calling it, because you can deflect literally everything with your sword. So on to the memory of Harun, the field commander of the Iron Lords, was a consummate strategist, and her institutional awareness went beyond even fellow hunters. If you bear her artifact into battle and then enemy guardians with full supers are highlighted yellow and all enemies with low health are highlighted red for easy targeting. So helps you target guardians easier in the crucible if they have their super or they're low on health. Memory of Jolder, a particular close companion of Saladin, Jolder was a mighty Titan champion who ran bravely into battle without a thought for her own safety. Her artifact bears an ability that many players have longed for since the game's launch, the ability to completely eliminate sprint cooldown, allowing your guardian to ceaselessly charge ahead. So you do not get that sprint lock or any of that stuff. You can literally slide on the ground forever, just keep charging ahead. So that's pretty cool there. And the last one, Memory of Asilomar, is another long one, but this one basically reduces any damage inflicted through damage over time. Dot effects. It should be a welcome deterrence, especially since the infamous Thorn hand cannon is returning into year 3. So I'm guessing when you have this artifact equipped and you're getting shot by Thorn, it does a lot less damage, as well as the damage over time on firebolts or any like fusion grenades, solar grenades that the Sunsinger has on that class. So it decreases the damage over time, which is pretty good. And like I said in the other video yesterday, Thorn is becoming into year 3, so hoping, like, I don't know if that'll get a buff with this artifact being a thing. I don't know if it'll get nerfed, but right now the Thorn would be literally awful if you shoot someone with the Thorn now when they have this artifact on. So those are the 8 artifacts I want to go over. Those are the 8 Iron Lord artifacts, and I would say they are pretty crazy. So in my opinion, I would have to say the Fellwinter one is probably one of the best ones in my opinion, because you don't get a super, but you get double melee and grenade charge, which is pretty crazy. And I can't wait to see how these things pan out inside of PvP and PvE, and how well they would do inside of like a raid, or especially like a control match or something like that. See how well they would do against other guardians, because some people say that these things are like gonna break the game. They're overpowered. They're crazy good, but who knows. But here's another picture that was I found on the Game Informer post. Was that Tyra Karn? This is what she looks like when you visit her. I don't know where she is. I'm guessing like Fellwinter's Peak or something like that in the social space. And this is the Memory of Harun artifact you can get when you get an Iron Lord Legacy. And you can buy that from her for an Iron Lord Legacy. And you can buy those from her. I'm guessing she has 3, so you can get 3 per week. She like changes them up like every week. So that's what she looks like whenever you visit her, I'm guessing, in the social space. So that will probably be what it's like when you visit her, obviously. But these artifacts are pretty interesting. Like I said, people are saying these things are going to be overpowered, they're going to be broken and all that stuff, but who knows. Bungie still could release something about them having a drawback to make them not as overpowered as they are. I don't know. I have no idea about it, but hopefully they do something about it, because from what I think, these are pretty crazy. Because they do work for every class, every subclass. Like literally any character can wear it, especially with the radar one, the Memory of Galleon. Kind of makes the Knucklehead radar exotic helmet on the Hunter useless, because any class or subclass can wear that artifact and have like infinite radar. So basically makes Knucklehead radar useless. I don't know if they'll be giving that exotic a buff or something like that, because there are some drawbacks to what Bungie has to make like everything balanced and all that. So who knows. These artifacts, in my opinion, like I said, seem a little overpowered. I don't know if you guys got any thoughts on them. I'd like to see what you guys think about the artifacts down below in the comment section, because I think they are pretty crazy. So this will probably be wrapping up to the end of the video, guys. Hopefully these artifacts, I don't know, I want to know more about them, because they do sound interesting to me. But if you guys have any comments, like I said, put them down in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, comment to the end of it. And if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later, back inside Destiny. Peace.